This is your Adventist News, a service of the South Bahamas Conference of Seventh-day Adventists, and I'm Stanley Fullord. Coming up in this week's broadcast, members encouraged to get excited about Jesus, Bahamas Academy impacts students, and church ministers to senior citizens. These stories and more on this week's Adventist News. This year's Bible conference was held with guest presenter Dr. Elizabeth Talbot from the Jesus 101 program on the Hope Channel ATV 658. It was an interesting time as Dr. Talbot in her animated presentations made plain the Gospels of the Bible that even a child could get excited about Jesus. The 5-day summit, which began last Wednesday, enticed the attendees to study the Bible more to find the promises within. In one of her presentations, Dr. Talbot talked about the radical writings of Luke and how he showed the importance of every man and woman to God.
Just as the Father has compassion on his children, so the Lord has compassion on those who fear him. As a father has compassion on his children, so the Lord has compassion on those who fear him. How could God explain to us the plan of redemption and his love for us? Well, he chose many metaphors that we can understand a little bit here on earth. A bridegroom that loves the wife to the point of dying for her. A shepherd that loves the sheep. Many different metaphors that we could start getting glimpses of his love for us. But the most common one, the one that goes from the beginning of the Bible to the end of the Bible, is that he is our parent and we are his children. And he was willing to do anything to have us back with him.
As the Bible conference climaxed on the weekend, Pastor Lyndon Williams, Bible Studies Coordinator, encouraged the participants to continue their study into the Bible. Bahamas Academy recently held its second annual virtual leadership seminar under the theme Impact, which is short for Influencing Meaningful Purpose and Creating Transformations. The star-studded event was held to foster strong leadership skills within the student leaders at the Academy. The attendees included United Student Movement Executive Team, Senior Class Executive Team, class senators and monitors, prefects and sub-prefects. The attendees were spiritually charged by a riveting presentation by devotional presenter Pastor T. Basil Stirrup, who reminded the students of the first leader, Jesus Christ, who he referred to as the best leader to partner our lives after. Attendees soaked up a captivating and inspirational message from guest presenter Nahaja Black, a dynamic talk show host from the hit Back with Naja Black. She spoke with the students about creating positive change, reminding them that dedicating their lives to the Savior now would guarantee success in the future.
We don't talk about humility much in leadership, but humility is one of the greatest keys and components of leadership. Humble yourself. Always know that you are in service to others. Being in service to others doesn't mean that you're weak. Being in service or humility is one of the greatest tools to listening. I find that the reason why I believe one of the reasons why I have been so successful is because I always believe that I don't know enough. I need to learn more.
Travis Robinson, former Parliamentary Secretary of Aviation and Tourism, educated the attendees about becoming the ultimate influencers. He challenged them to make positive choices that would impact their lives and the lives of others.
And so whether you succeed or you fail or you make it or you don't will be dependent on how serious you took your education, how serious you took the advice of the people around you, and you cannot blame no one else's except for you.
And the final presenter, Orinthia Komalafe, leader of the Democratic National Alliance Party, challenged the attendees to discover a meaningful vision. She reminded them that their vision should be grounded in their faith and what God has called them to be while on this earth.
So when you're writing your vision and you look at it, You can say, well, this is my 5-year plan for myself. This is my 1-year plan for myself. This is my 10-year plan for my life. This is what I want to do, right? So who does this vision impact? Is it just you, or does it extend beyond you? So you might say, well, I used to fight in grade 6, which is something I used to do. My homeroom teacher said to me in grade 6, he said, you know what, Orinthia, you like to fight so much. When you get to high school, they're going to deal with you. But what he did not know was I had already made up my mind that I was not going to fight in high school. So that was a positive thing for me, but it was also a positive thing for my parents. And I'm sure it probably was a positive impact on my peers as well.
A constant core that flowed throughout all of the presentations was the importance of developing and maintaining a strong connection with God. All the presenters encouraged the students to follow Christ as a guide to success. The organizers of the Leadership Summit for Bahamas Academy praised God for the opportunity to sow seeds that would produce a great harvest from the lives of students. Last Sabbath, the New Providence Church adopted the Unity House Senior Citizens and Nursing Home as a part of their community outreach ministry. The home will receive a monthly contribution from the church to help in adequately serving the residents. The church contacted the operator of the home, Judy Smith, who indicated that their greatest need was cleaning supplies. In response to that request, the New Providence Church donated 3 months' supply of cleaning products, cases of disinfectant spray, along with cases of cereal and other food supplies. The community services leader for the church, Maureen Reed, made the contribution on behalf of the church. Also present for the occasion was T. Basil Stirrup, who is the pastor, along with Nicole Roll, Children and Adolescent Ministries leader of the New Providence Church. We'll be right back after this break with upcoming events from within South Bahamas Conference.
The storm was horrific. Hurricane Dorian was a shocker in this area. We never had that much water come in. After the storm was over, everything was a mess, had to be thrown outside. I'm not affected by the things. I'm just elated by my life because I have people whose families died. And I just thank God to be alive. Not just me, they're giving it to others from other places, other churches. God bless you all, and I love you all. Thank you, and thank you very much.
Welcome back to your Adventist News. Here's what's coming up at the South Bahamas Conference. Northern Caribbean University invites you to join their annual Feast of Lights concert fundraiser on December 5th, 2021 at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. This event will be virtual, so join them on YouTube at NCU TV and NCU Federation. Proceeds from the concert will go toward the Department of Music and Fine Arts Building Project. On Saturday, December 4th from 6 p.m. to 6:45 p.m., a free marriage seminar will be held by Barrington H. Brennan, who is a marriage and family therapist. Couples are encouraged to join and invite their friends for this exciting session. Feel free to register at the link soencouragement.org/seminars. The Atlantic Caribbean Union of Seventh-day Adventists announces its quinquennial mission session to be held on December 8th through 9th, 2021. Delegates will be attending virtually to receive reports, to elect departmental directors, elect the executive committee, and vote plans for ATCU for the next 5 years. The Park and Praise for this quarter, that is hosted by the Youth Department of our conference, will be a joint effort with the Children and Adolescent Ministries Department. The Christmas edition will feature the CHAM Department's Agape Praise, where the children will join the youth in singing praises to the Christ child. The event will be held on the ground of Bahamas Academy on December 11th at 4 p.m. It promises to be an unforgettable time of praise. Protocols will be strictly enforced, so mask and social distancing is required. To receive more information on upcoming events and other information, please visit our conference website at southbahamasconference.org. There, you can also view our news update along with other programming from our cable channel ATV 658. You can read the weekly logos as well as the Adventist page publication from the Nassau Guardian.
Diabetes is a metabolic disease that causes blood sugar to be high. If blood sugar is too high for too long, it can cause several health issues, such as damage to vessels that supply blood to a vital organ, heart disease, stroke, or vision problems. Therefore, the body creates a hormone called insulin, which is produced by the pancreas. It helps to move sugar from the blood into cells to be stored or used for energy. When the body doesn't produce any or enough insulin, there is excess sugar in the blood, which can be life-threatening. There are two kinds of diabetes, type 1 and type 2. Type 1 involves the pancreas being able to produce little or no insulin. And type 2 involves the blood not being able to respond to insulin as well as it should. Symptoms of diabetes include weight loss, increased thirst, frequent urination, extreme fatigue, blurry vision, slow healing wounds. A person with diabetes should eat food like leafy greens, chia seeds, turmeric, nuts, and should avoid foods like sugar-sweetened beverages, white bread, pasta, and rice. Foot issues are common in people with diabetes. Even a small cut can produce serious consequences. Diabetes may cause nerve damage that takes away the feeling in your feet. It may also reduce blood flow, making it hard to heal an injury or resist infection. Make sure to inspect your feet daily. Moisturize feet daily, but never between the toes. Never walk barefoot. Wear clean, dry socks and shake out your shoes and feel inside before wearing. This has been Patrick Wilson with your health tip, courtesy of Adventist Television. And remember, God wants us to prosper and be in good health.
Let's go now to our Adventist News Network with our news feature from around the world.
If you've been watching ANN Video, you have probably seen numerous stories about how the Adventist Development and Relief Agency, or ADRA, has worked tirelessly to help people throughout the COVID-19 pandemic.
During the COVID-19 pandemic throughout 2020, ADRA partnered with the Adventist Church to help more than 35 million people. Here are just a few things ADRA has done to help the communities they operate in throughout the pandemic.
During the height of the COVID-19 pandemic in India, the death toll rising to hundreds of thousands of new cases every day, the country's healthcare system is unable to keep up with the surge of new cases. Hospitals reported severe shortages of oxygen supplies, beds, and personal protective equipment for health workers. ADRA airlifted critical medical supplies and several oxygen generation systems to ease India's coronavirus health crisis.
In December of 2020, ADRA shipped more than $1 million in medical supplies to help LAU Medical Center Risk Hospital and St. George Hospital University Medical Center in Beirut, Lebanon. ADRA donated 50 pallets of medical supplies containing thousands of PPEs, gloves, face shields, surgical devices, and essential life-saving equipment to help LAU Medical Center Risk Hospital and St. George Hospital University Medical Center provided quality care to the most vulnerable communities.
Well, that's all for our Adventist news from the South Bahamas Conference of Seventh-day Adventists. We invite you to share what is happening at your church by sending us your news stories and upcoming events by email to spcadventistnews@gmail.com. To view a rebroadcast of the Adventist news along with other programming, or to keep in touch with what's happening in our conference, visit our conference website at southbahamasconference.org. Remember to like, follow, and subscribe to our Facebook and Instagram pages, as well as our YouTube channel. We appreciate you every week, and on behalf of the production team of Adventist Television Channel 658, we thank you for looking in. I'm Stanley Fullord for the SBC Media Network. Have a great Sabbath.